emotion regulation with temperance. Okay? Now, emotion regulation has become quite crucial, yeah, in recent times. Feelings of frustration, anger, agitation. Some people call these negative feelings. And sometimes we say, hey, these are negative feelings. You must suppress it. You cannot show it. Now, we are all humans. So, it is alright to feel angry. It is okay to feel frustrated and agitated. But it's how you express your frustration, how you express your agitation. Is it acceptable? So if you're angry with your mom, you start kicking things, throwing things around, screaming at the top of voice, is that the good way, appropriate way to express? May not be, right? It's okay for you to feel agitated, yes, but how can you show your frustration, agitation, anger in a more appropriate way? And how to calm down first before maybe you can start talking about it, yeah? Okay, first, recognizing these are some self-calm strategies. And again, parents have said, yeah, I think I need to self-calm too. Yeah, before I can coach my kids, yeah, in all this self-calm, the very first step is, before I get all riled up, right? I need to calm down first, which is good reflection, because you are the role model to your kids. So when you are angry, when you are frustrated, when you can show your children that I can also calm myself down, the kid will learn from you and much faster through role modeling. Because when mommy is angry, daddy is frustrated, they don't shout, they don't scream, they don't kick things, throw things around, but they sit down and they talk things through. Next time when I have problems, I can do the same thing, right? When I have problems with my friends, I'm not going to pull her hair and kick her chair and all that stuff. I can sit down and talk things through and brainstorm through sodas. Right? But before I can do my problem solving, I have to calm myself down first. So firstly, identify your triggers. So very easy. Sometimes, when they get frustrated and angry, they can sense my temperature is rising, my face is turning red, my hands seem to be shaking. That's when they have to activate these self-calm strategies. Now, each child is also different. So whatever strategies shown here may be more suitable for certain children, okay? But it's always good to have a few for them to choose from, because some parents also give the feedback, yeah, at home, I think she can try the dinosaur breath, for example, or counting 1 to 10. But outside, when they are in the supermarket, I don't think it's appropriate for my child to do the dinosaur breath, because it looks a bit awkward. I'll go through that. Now, dinosaur breath, name, recognize triggers and name the feelings. Now, I have this M2SG. M2SG, very simple. Usually, there are only 4, I don't know why. Now that I realize, a lot of 4 things that I mentioned. 4 life skills, 4 core virtues, and now 4 feelings. 4 broad feelings, okay? Easy to remember. M, mad. S, sad. Second S is sad, scared, and G is glad. Okay? Mad, sad, scared, and glad. Okay? All the others, agitation, all that follows all this for me. What is it important to name the feelings? Because once you name it, they know what they are encountering. So when I'm mad, I know I'm mad. It's not something that I'm imagining. And I can do this to calm myself down. When I'm scared, it's okay. I know how to regulate my own feelings of scared. Okay. Now, again, you know your children much better. Which strategy works for them depends on their temperament. But basically, these are few that most of parents say it works. One will be dinosaur breath. We name it very fanciful, dinosaur breath. Actually, it's just deep breathing. Okay. Why we link it to dinosaur? Because child friendly. You know dinosaur, right? Children, Dinosaur, when they're angry, what will you see? What will come out? Smoke. You have seen, right? Dinosaur shows, a lot of smoke comes out. But dinosaur can regulate their own emotions. How? They do deep breathing. Deep in, and must breathe out, because some parents told us, they try out with the children, okay, deep breathing, but they didn't demonstrate to the children. So the children said, okay, breathe in, and they hold their breath until they turn blue. They said, no, it doesn't work. No, I'm going to ping sun, No, you have to breathe out as well, and you can show it to them, slowly. So it works. And especially if the children are a bit more active and they're younger, they don't mind, they're not that self-conscious, to calm down, they can use the dinosaur breath plus rocket breathing. Rocket meaning they do this action. You laugh, but for some children it works. Why? Because they're very active. I can't sit still and breathe in, breathe out, I need to move about. But when I move about, I only have certain parts to move about without disturbing others. So this is one way, where they sit one corner and they do that deep breathing. Dinosaur breath or rocket breathing. You give a name to them and they like it, you can ask your child to name it too. And that's it, ownership is there. See, I think they're thinking, what kind of deep breathing I can call it. You can discuss further with mommy later. Now next will be positive self-talk. Now positive self-talk works very well with older children, upper primary, pre-teens, even teenagers, even for adults. Why? Because sometimes we get angry very quickly because of all the N's in our head. N's, A-N-T-S, meaning automatic negative thoughts. So today is Friday, right? Yesterday I went to a school to conduct a workshop for teachers, and even teachers realized that, very true. Because they have a lot of ants in their heads. When they see a certain child in the class, automatically this boy purposely, again didn't bring the homework, testing me on, like pushing my buttons and all that. So these come in, the negative thoughts come in very quickly. But is it really true? Is it really true? We have to reflect back and say, actually it may not be. The child may be having certain problems at home, not, purposely not bringing the work for you, and not because he hates you. Really, a lot, sometimes many of us feel that that child hates me, purposely did it on me, to make me angry, pushing my buttons, trying my limits and all that. But this may not be. Okay? So, positive self-talk. I can do it. I can calm down. I can solve this. It is okay. Just for a few minutes. That's it. Okay? Counting 1 to 10 may help. Some children, I know one 7-year-old boy, very articulate, and told the mommy, I like to count cars. So instead of counting 1 to 10, which may not be meaningful for him, can I count cars? 1 car, 2 cars, 3, and then if it's good, he can even give the brand of the car. So why not? Anything that works for him to calm down, right? So he can count cars. Mommy said, all right, count, and he can calm down. Safe imagery, thinking about safe place. I went to that beach, so nice. I went to the park. Children like to go to the park. Can I just imagine playing the park, the seesaw and all that? I feel good, I can calm down. When I'm calmed, okay, then I can start talking with daddy, mommy, or teachers later, without escalating, without raising my voice. Or time out. Now time out, again, this came out. Yesterday I was with this group of teachers. They were saying, mommy taught this boy, in order to calm down, he must walk away from the situation. Apparently it seems to help for him. He just needs to walk away. But the thing is, different expectations. Mommy taught the boy to walk away so he would not end up quarreling, arguing with the teacher, but forgot to tell the teacher about it. So when the boy was angry, agitated, he just walked away, and the teacher said, how come? So walk away without telling me, boy, come back here. Yeah? So how the boy said, cannot work, cannot, backfire. So when you work with the children, you have to work with all the other people around the children as well. So tell the teacher, hey, this is the way my boy can calm down. Can you also, accommodate that? Or if not, maybe also to coach the child, yes, you can walk away to calm down, but you have to ask permission. Don't just walk off like that. The teacher doesn't know where you're going. Yeah? And again, if the teacher were to have this ends in her head, right? Wow, the boy's so rude, right? Just walk off like that without telling me. So luckily for the boy, the teacher may also think, oh, he is not in a good mood. He needs to calm down. So that is his way of calming down to walk away. But perhaps to make it a bit easier, faster for everyone to understand, he may ask for permission. Excuse me, teacher, can I just take 5 minutes out? I'm not ready to talk yet. Before he says certain things that antagonize her. So these are just some strategies that I can share within the permitted time given. So if you want to know more, do come and approach us later. But these are those few, and as I said, each child, they have their own temperament. So you know your child a bit better, which one works for them. You can also ask them, hey, how do you think you can calm down quickly yourself? Who knows? They may give some suggestions which may be suitable for them. Next, social skills with courage.